All right, now let's talk about string methods. JavaScript provides powerful string methods to manipulate and analyze texts. Here are some essentials we're going to talk about string methods. First, let's create a const of str, and we're going to assign it to hello world. And after that, I'm going to define a variable let x, because I want to do my changes inside this variable. I want to put this str inside x. Now, let's say the first string method we're going to learn is uppercase, which is actually to uppercase. So we say x is equal to str to uppercase. Now, if I say please console log x, you can see that this hello world is actually completely uppercase. If I comment this one, and if I only say x is equal to str, you can say this is hello world, but it's not all uppercase. But if I say x is equal to str all to uppercase, you can see that all my characters are uppercase. So in one line, we can say it converts all the characters to uppercase, like hello world. Perfect. Now, one by one, I'm going to comment these methods. Now let's go for the next one, which is actually exactly the opposite, which is to lowercase. It actually makes the whole string, make the whole characters to lowercase. So in one line, we can say it converts all the characters to lowercase, such as hello world. Let's go for the third one, which actually is let's say x is equal to str and char at. Well, you know that a string can have many characters, and each character has an index. So you know that indexes always start from index number 0. So inside this string, we have how many letters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should count white spaces. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 characters. It means that we have 10 indexes, because this hello, this h, is actually index number 0. So that's why that if I actually put number 0 inside that, it shows me h, because I actually checked the index number 0, and I checked what character is index number 0. If I, for example, put e, which is actually, sorry, if I put number 1, it actually shows me e, which is index number 1. So we know that d is index number 10. So let's check it out. Perfect. So you can see character char at index number 10 shows us the d. And if you actually look for an index that doesn't exist, for example, number 15, we know that there is no index 15 inside this string, because this string has actually 10 indexes. So you're going to get nothing. So we can say that this returns the character at index number. Let's go for another one, which is actually x is equal to str, and it is actually the index of, which actually does the same thing, but this is vice versa. It actually does it the other way around. So you actually don't put the number of index, you actually look for the character. So if I, for example, say look for h, it says h is index number 0. Now let's look for o. We're gonna look for o. So o is index number 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So it's actually is looking what the index of the character o is inside this string. Now we don't have any p inside this string. So if I put a character which is which doesn't exist inside the string, you're going to get -1, which means there's no such character inside that string. So you need to consider that this method is case sensitive. So if I put h lowercase, I'm going to get -1 again, because we don't have any lowercase h inside the string. So you should exactly put the character and that there is inside the string, and you should be careful about the case, whether it's upper or lowercase. So it returns the index of the character. Now let's go for the next one, which is actually x is equal to str, and let's go for substring. Now substring is actually a very plain and simple thing method. It actually shows you a part of the string that you want to. And for example, from this hello world, I just want to return this hello. So this starts from index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And 5 is this white space actually. So I can say substring that you should start from the index 0 and you should go to index number 5. So as you can see, this now shows me only hello. So we can say it extracts characters from index 0 to 5. And you should be careful, not including 5. It means that it doesn't, let me show you another way. If you say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, W is index number 6. So if I put number 6 here, you see that we actually can't see W because it stops before index number 6. So if I now say number 7, you can see this W. Hello, W. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stops before number 7. And that is the reason that you cannot see O. So, perfect. Let me comment this one as well. Another one is slice. And slice does pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to say start from 0 and go to number 5. So you can see that this does actually pretty much the same thing as substring. So as there is no difference, I don't have to explain. We don't have to explain anything. But there is one difference if I want to go through the whole thing, which can be a little bit confusing, but it actually shows you the indexes vice versa. So it is like that if I say this is index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go like this, if I start indexes negative, it starts from the end and shows the entire let's say string. So if I say, for example, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if I say that you have to show me, for example, you have to start from index number 10 to -10 to -6, for example, it actually starts from the end. So OLLE. If I go to -5 or -4, let's say, you can see that it actually goes vice versa. So if I want to show the whole string, I think I need to go with index number 11 and come to index number -6. So now we can get the whole hello here. But actually we get started from the end. So we can say that it extracts from -11 to -6, and this is same as 0 to 5. So it actually returns us hello. All right, now let's go for the trim. This is a very handy method. Let me go up there. I actually commented my trim because I want to show you something. imagine I actually put a lot of white spaces before my string. Now in the console, I see these spaces. Now let me add some spaces at the end, to the end of the string. You can see that these spaces before and at the end of the string, the user can see them. Now, if you want to omit these spaces, all you have to do is to use this trim method on the string. Now, it doesn't matter how much spaces you want to add to your string, they're not going to be shown to the inside the output. The user cannot see them. All right. Now let me erase these spaces, and let's say that trim removes white space from both ends of string. That's it. All right, now let's go for the replace. X is equal to str.replace. Now this method, actually, imagine you have here hello world, but without changing inside your string, you want to replace friend with world. So instead of hello world, you want to say hello friend. This is very plain and simple. You, inside the replace function, you say I want world to go away, and I want friend to replace it. So now you can see we have inside the output, we have hello friend. You can change it to anything. So it replaces world with friend. So the output is hello friend. Excellent. Now let's go for x is equal to str.includes. Now this method actually checks if a special character or word exists inside the string. Now if I don't put anything inside this function, I get false, obviously. But if I put, for example, hello, I get true. Why? Because we actually have hello inside our string. So if I write this hello with lowercase h, we get false, because as you know, as you probably realized before, all these methods are case sensitive. We don't have any hello with lowercase h. So if I say, for example, hi, it shows me false because there's no hi inside the string. But world is true because there is a world inside the string. That's it. So we can say that checks if hello, or checks if a letter or word exists inside the string. All right, now the last method, string method I want to work in this episode is actually split. And if you say x is equal to str split, and then you put a if you use this method and you put a string with a white space, it actually separates the string word by word after each space that you put inside this string. For example, let me say hello world and hello John. You can see that here we have hello world and hello John. So it actually, with this white space, it actually looks for any white spaces here and splits the string after each white space. But if you remove this white space, you can see that it actually splits character by character. So it's HAELLO. So if you want your string to be separated by characters, you need this white space. So let's say that it splits string into array of characters. That's it. Now, that was it for this episode. So we learned actually these string methods which are going to be very useful in our future sessions, and we're going to be using them very much. And these weren't actually all these string methods. I just told you a few of them, and not all of these string methods we can learn in this session. And step by step, as we go in the future, in our next sessions, I'm going to teach you more than these ones. But these ones actually some examples to understand what exactly string methods are. We actually wanted to know what are they. So you know that the string methods and functions are actually methods to manipulate and analyze text. So let's go for our next episode. Thank you guys for watching this video.